Sometimes the toy community, they take everything way too seriously. I mean, we're just talking toys here, guys. Let's talk about the YouTube channel Spector Creative and what happened to it. Okay, guys, it's time to do a video about another YouTube channel. That's right, and this guy here talks about old toys like I do. His channel's not as good as mine. Mine's better and more researched, funnier, and more detailed. I'm just messing with you, Scott. I'm just messing with Scott watches. He knows he's a good guy. I've reached out to him. His name is Scott. So I often refer to him as "Don't Patronize Me, Scott." But anyway, he runs a YouTube channel called Spector Creative. Some of you probably have watched that, I'm sure. This guy used to work for Mattel, so most of his videos are more on the inside of the toy world, being they work for Mattel. A lot of you know more about him than I do. I think he works on the He-Man line. I really don't know nothing that much about his career with Mattel, some stuff I've heard on the internet. But this guy's done some videos here on this channel. I think I've done a video on his channel. We've talked over email back and forth. I know about maybe, what, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, he did a big debate with another guy that takes the toy community way too seriously. He's always angry. Oh, I hate the new Indiana Jones. Let me talk 4 hours about it. And he hates everything. I mean, but I understand that gets clicks today to hate. Rage gets clicks nowadays. So I can understand why you kind of shifted from doing kind of lighthearted videos to now doing I'm angry about everything videos. That's what some people do. And I know this guy has beef with Scott. And if this guy has beef with anybody, then his butthole liquor friend is going to have an issue with you also. And then they got this little niche group here, and they're all mad at, they're always mad at everybody. They were mad at me. Then they went after Scott. Then they went over to another channel. They're all, like every 3 months they're after somebody else. But this guy has nothing to do with the copyright strike, so when I'm talking about it, I'm not really sure. Now, like I said, Scott's a great guy. I don't know him that well. We talk back and forth on email. I just know him in a way from being online. But it seems I went to check his channel, and it was gone. Deleted. Well, not deleted, gone. Kicked off. This guy's not allowed to have YouTube. What happened? So, I started looking around. I saw his Twitter, and I saw this right here. And I said, damn, that's a shame right there. So I reached out and sent him an email to see what was going on. And it seems that he got sent copyright strikes. Not one copyright strike, not 2, not 4, not 10, not 15. We're talking 100 copyright strikes, or maybe a little bit more than 100, from one person. One person. So who was this person that felt the need to copyright strike these videos? Well, let's take a look at his website. It's called The Figure in Question, and it's ran by Ethan Wilson. Now, all I know is that his email on this website is linked to the email that sent Scott the copyright claims. If maybe someone else used his email and trying to frame him, then I'll apologize. I did reach out to this guy. I saw he followed me on Twitter, so I sent him a DM early this morning. Sent him an email a little later in the afternoon. I hadn't heard back either way. Not saying he's trying to avoid me or anything. I'm just saying he just hadn't seen it by the time I made this video. If he does, maybe I'll do a follow-up because I wanted his side of things. But it seems his website, as you can see here, he just takes pictures of action figures and puts them on his website. So I guess what happened, this is just me theorizing what may have happened, is sometimes Scott's doing videos, researching. Maybe he's like, hey, I need a picture of this. He goes to Google Images, pulls up some pictures, and maybe he found some of these guys' pictures, didn't even know it was a website, got the pictures, threw them up in a video. Now, honestly, I can see that happening, maybe one, maybe a handful of videos. Over 100 videos of that happening, especially when I've never came across this guy's website, and I'm researching videos and images all the time. And as far as I know, I don't think I've ever come across this. He doesn't have anything rare where you would have to go there just to get that picture. I mean, one thing I saw on his website was this picture of Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka. He's got a picture of Ahsoka. This is his. Took it from his website. He probably sees a picture like this in a video and gets it copyright strike. Right there, a picture taken right there. Right there. Yeah, from his website. I took it from his website, saved it, put it on my hard drive, put it in his video, edited right there. There it is. You know, he probably could send me a copyright strike if he did. He could say it's because I use this picture right here. A picture that he's got copyright. I guess he's got the copyright on this right here. He's probably going to file a copyright strike against me also. And that's my biggest problem here. Is why? Why send a copyright strike? I've reached out to Scott. That's how I met him. I sent him an email. He replied back. His email is right there on YouTube. So if you go to his YouTube channel, you're watching and you're thinking, oh, this is nice, or maybe you're thinking this is horrible, and then you see a picture and you're like, hey, I took a picture of Ahsoka Tano. I'm going to copyright strike him. I'm going to watch all his videos, and every time I see a picture that could be linked to me, I'm going to copyright strike it. Why? Send him an email. Scott would work with. He say, hey, put my website in the description, but give me a little bit of credit. He'd probably say, okay, I'll start doing that. I'm sorry about that. Hey, can you take it? Can you edit that part out of the video? We can do that while taking the whole video down through YouTube. You can edit that out. Scott would do it. I know Scott would do it. If he said, hey, just don't use anything on my website anymore, I'm sure Scott would do that also. But there's some people, and I see it a lot. I mean, I got a copyright strike from retro blasting because, oh, I used a clip of his video that was behind a paywall. Why? Why? There's no rule against that. Well, you have to pay to see that video. So how can you put a clip of it on YouTube? Well, I got to pay to see a movie, and I can use clips of movies if I don't, fair use. So I can fair use his. And I've got a lot of copyright strikes from other people. There was the guy that did a website of Star Wars toys that never got released. And I showed it with the URL to his website, and he gave me a copyright strike. That was years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, a long time ago. But I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you reach out? I can understand if you reached out to, if you were really hurt, if you really felt your copyright was being infringed on, and why wouldn't you reach out first and say, hey, let's work something out. I don't want you to lose your channel. I don't want the guy, all that hard work gone. So why would you want to do that? It's being an asshole. Send him an email. Wait 5-7 days. Because it's not going to end the world because somebody got a picture you took. You got this Ahsoka Tano picture that you think is copyrighted in a video. Nothing wrong. Wait. And then if he doesn't copyright, try to find him on social media. I'm sure most 9 out of 10 times these people are going to write back to you. If it's some really big channel with, million followers or subs or whatever, they might not reach back to you. But Scott's a little channel like me. He's going to reach back to you. He's going to see it. Again, email, social media. I don't understand why the first thing is, let me get the keyboard, let me strike this guy's channel, get all his hard work taken down, lost forever, gone. You can't even back it up. It's gone. And that's another thing. If he did 1 copyright strike, 2 copyright strike, Scott could go into his YouTube studio and hit dispute. But being that he did 100 of these, or a little bit more, around 100 of them, YouTube just triggered and cut the channel off. So Scott can't even go to YouTube studio and go to each video that he claimed and do a dispute. He can't do that. He can't. There's nothing there. There's no YouTube channel anymore. Now he did send an email over to YouTube, and good Lord. They're not going to answer their email. They sometimes answer social media, but it seems like an AI when they do answer. It's always the same. It's something you already knew. It's a waste of time. So it's really hard to get in touch with anybody at YouTube. Now Scott can reach out to this guy here and say, hey, can you release these claims on me? Now Scott has to go out and, say, hey, it's like he's holding him hostage. Say, hey, can you release this? Well, let's work together. Now, Scott's got to be the one to say, let's work together instead of this guy. This guy just say, hey, let me ruin this guy's whole channel. And some of us make a living off this channel. Maybe not a full-time job. Some of you might say, that's not a real job. That's not a real job. Get a real job. But, hey, especially today where everything's going up in prices, every little thing helps. And we're sitting here spending our time editing, researching, making videos, so we make a little bit of money on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. Here's what I'm going to need you guys to do. We got to get Scott back on YouTube. And I'm going to be honest, if this guy did a copyright strike to retro blasting, anal toys, whoever, I would be doing the same video here. And I call on Michael French. I call on that anal toy guy. I call on all the others to, hey, call this Ethan out. Or help us. Tweet out to YouTube. Get Spector Creative back on YouTube. Say this is a phony copyright. Or let them two handle it in a legal matter. Again, if it was retro blasting, someone took down his channel, I would be right here making this video today. I know you probably say, I know you wouldn't, Junkman. Yeah, I would. And because I don't want to see anybody lose their channel. This is a lot of hard work. And I don't want to see anybody lose that channel. So if you got social media, especially Twitter, if you can, just tag YouTube. You can tag YouTube and YouTube creators and tell them, say, hey, look into this. Spector Creative. You can put the link to his channel. I'll try see if I can find it, and I'll put it in the description of this. Reach out on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you can talk, wherever you can. Just get word out there to YouTube, because sending emails to YouTube, they don't give a shit. They don't care. You just have to quit hitting them. And that's why the bigger channels, see, this happens to the bigger channels, and they get taken down. And they got such a following that people just swarm asking, what happened, what happened, what happened? And they get it back because YouTube just don't want to deal with all the people asking. So, you know, just Scott asking is not really going to do much good. And I've sent something on Twitter today and they didn't even reply back to me. And it's because it's hard to get in touch with them. So, if you use social media, if you can, try to tag YouTube and everything you can. Let's try to get his channel back up, or go to this website, The Figure in Question. I hate to promote the guy's website, but I guess I got to, thefigureinquestion.com. Send him an email. Send him a comment on his post. Say, what are you doing copyright strikes, dude? Come on, grow up. So he used this picture of Ahsoka Tano. Well, I don't know if he used this picture of Ahsoka Tano. Idea. He's probably going to copyright strike this one because I took it from his website. I went to his website, I saved it, put it on my hard drive, uploaded it right here, edited it into this video. It's his picture right here. Whew. Now let's get down to some business. We got a new poster here. It's Monday. We got a new poster from movieposters.com. Movieposters.com. Check this one out. From movieposters.com. You heard me right. Movieposters.com. Look at it. Oh, check it out. Movieposters.com. Ain't that a cool one? Oh, Empire Strikes Back. They got this and more. Movieposters.com. I don't really got much more I can add. I just hate to see anybody lose their YouTube channel. I just hate it, especially for really stupid, if really stupid stuff like this. And there's no reason for this, for Scott's channel to get taken down because this guy, I honestly don't know what the copyright claim was on. Scott just said that he filed over 100 videos, and by the time he found out about it, the channel was already pulled and he couldn't really do much about it. So I'm just asking your help again. If you got Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, or social media, Instagram, whatever there is, tag YouTube. Ask them, say, what's going on? Look into this. And maybe as a toy community, we can come together and we can get his channel back up, or at least maybe try to send an email to Ethan here and try to get them to work together and talk to each other. It shouldn't be Scott feel like he's held hostage and he's got to sit there and hope this guy emails him back to get these claims off. And please don't be an asshole. Don't send copyright strikes to anyone. Again, I know I got into copyright strikes myself from a couple of, you know, people that take stuff really too seriously, but there's no reason to copyright strikes people's channels or try to get anybody's channel taken down. I might not like you. I might hate you. I might think you're an idiot. I wouldn't want you to lose your channel. No way. I wouldn't want anyone to lose their channel. I wouldn't even want you to lose a video. So do whatever you can to help Scott get his channel back. Just remember, don't patronize Scott. Don't do it. Just don't patronize Scott, and help get Spector Creative back on YouTube. We need him back. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.